All right, let's talk about something that most companies see as just an HR checkbox, but is actually a massive lever for success. I'm talking about technical onboarding. We're going to break down how you can turn this whole process into a real strategic advantage.
So let's just jump right into the big question, the one that probably keeps a lot of tech leaders up at night. You finally hire that amazing new engineer, but how long does it actually take before they're pulling their own weight and contributing at full speed?
Yeah, the answer might actually shock you. We're talking anywhere from 3 to, get this, 9 months, sometimes even longer. Just think about that for a second. A huge chunk of their entire first year is just them getting up to speed. That is a seriously expensive delay.
Okay, but what if you could change that? What if you could literally slice that ramp-up time in half? The game plan we're about to lay out in this explainer is designed to help you do exactly that and turn all that lost time into real, tangible value for your team.
Okay, here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll talk about why this is so important, the imperative. Then we'll look at the productivity gap, explore all the ways onboarding goes wrong, lay out a step-by-step playbook to fix it, and finally, talk about the awesome, lasting payoff.
So first up, the onboarding imperative. We really need a mind shift here. This isn't about filling out paperwork and getting a laptop. It's about performance. A great start is a direct investment in your team's output and, yeah, your company's bottom line.
So to make sure we're all on the same page, let's define our key metric here, time to full productivity. It's pretty simple, really. It's the time it takes for that new person to stop needing constant handholding and to start delivering value all on their own. Our one and only goal is to shrink this period as much as humanly possible.
So what is the actual cost of that long ramp-up time? Well, we call that the productivity gap. See, every single day a new hire is working below their full potential, there's a hidden cost. It's not just their salary, it's lost innovation and the extra load it puts on all your senior people who have to pick up the slack.
But check this out. The potential upside is absolutely huge. The data shows that companies with a really solid, thought-out onboarding process can boost a new hire's productivity by over 70%. 70! That's a game-changing number that directly impacts how fast you can build and ship things. Now here's the kicker. Here's the reality check. Despite those incredible benefits, a major Gallup poll found that only 12% of employees, just 12, strongly agree that their company actually does a good job with onboarding. There's this massive, massive gap between what's possible and what's actually happening. So if the upside is so obvious, why are 88% of companies, almost everybody, getting it wrong? Let's dig into the common hurdles that can turn a new hire's day one excitement into a slow, frustrating crawl. And you know what? The reasons are almost always the same. New hires get dropped into a crazy complex code base, they can't get the right permissions to do their job, they feel totally isolated at home, and nobody bothers to explain all the unwritten rules of how the team actually works. Any one of these can be a total landmine for productivity. And the craziest part is how avoidable some of these are. Get this, nearly half of companies admit they struggle with just getting people the right system access. I mean, come on, a developer can't write a single line of code if they can't even log in. This quote just hits the nail on the head, especially today. Without a real plan for connection and support, a new hire at home might be struggling in total silence. They may be too shy or intimidated to ask for help, and that just stretches out their learning curve forever.
All right, enough about the problem. We get it. It's a mess. So let's pivot to the solution. Let's talk about the acceleration playbook. This is a super practical, step-by-step framework you can use to knock down those hurdles and really speed up that time to productivity. And it all starts before day one. Seriously, preboarding is about getting all the boring logistics out of the way ahead of time. Ship the laptop early, create all the accounts, send them a schedule for their first week. It completely kills that awkward downtime and shows them you're prepared and you value their time. Next, you gotta give them a roadmap. A clear 30, 60, 90-day plan is perfect for this. You set these concrete, escalating goals, like fix a tiny bug in the first month, own a small feature by the second. This turns what feels like a huge, overwhelming journey into a series of small wins that build their confidence. And please, nobody should have to onboard alone. It's so important to give them both a manager and a buddy. The manager is for the big picture stuff, career goals, formal feedback, but the buddy is their lifeline for all the day-to-day stuff, the stupid questions, and for navigating all those unwritten rules.
And finally, you have to stop treating knowledge like it's a secret. You need to build a culture where information is shared. That means a central wiki that's actually up to date, asking questions in public channels so everyone can learn, and actively trying to document all that tribal knowledge that's stuck in people's heads.
Oh, and here's a massive win. If you do one thing, do this. Automate the developer environment setup. Instead of having a new person waste literally days fighting with configs, tools like Docker or Gitpod can spin up a perfect, ready-to-code environment in minutes. This is a game changer, a huge accelerator.
Okay, so you do all this stuff. What's the end result? What's the real payoff? Well, it goes way beyond just getting people coding faster. It creates this ripple effect that has a lasting, positive impact on your entire organization.
The payoff isn't just one thing, it's a virtuous cycle. It's like a flywheel. A great onboarding experience leads to faster productivity. That early success makes people feel good, it boosts their engagement, which then leads to higher quality work, which in turn makes that person far more likely to stick around for the long haul. Each piece just builds on the next.
Which really brings us to the final question you have to ask yourself. A great onboarding experience isn't just a welcome mat. It's the actual foundation that a productive, engaged, long-term employee is built on. So, is your process a solid foundation for growth, or is it the first crack they see? Because that choice makes all the difference.